We are continuing to study quadratic equations. We have learned 2 ways to solve a quadratic. What are those 2 ways? Graphing and factoring. There are 3 different forms that a quadratic can be written in. And we're going to talk about those in just a minute. You can also represent the equation in a graph, which is a parabola. Standard form, we know, is ax squared plus bx plus c. Vertex form is what we're going to learn today, is a times x minus h plus k. And the vertex, you can look at the equation in vertex form and tell what the vertex is. It will be hk. So the vertex form gives us the vertex. Factored form is x plus a, x plus b. And in graph form, it is a parabola. In order to change from standard form to vertex form, we have to do what we call completing the square. These are the steps to complete the square. First, you're going to set it equal to 0. And if there's any number in front of x squared, you're going to divide everything by a. Then you're going to move c to the right and leave a space there because we're going to add b over 2 squared to both sides. What is b over 2 squared? Not to be confused with negative b over 2a. Negative b over 2a is the x value of the vertex, or the axis of symmetry. But for completing the square, we need to add b over 2 squared to both sides, which will give us a perfect square trinomial. b is negative 8. Divide that by 2 and square it. So, oops, I was thinking 4, saying 2. Negative 8 divided by 2 is negative 4. Negative 4 squared is 16. So that is what I'm adding to both sides, 16. That creates what we call a perfect square trinomial. I can factor this as a binomial squared. If you multiply this out, x minus 4 times x minus 4, you'll get x squared minus 8x plus 16. You can write it out and factor it like we've been doing, but it needs to be written as a binomial squared. If we look at this and factor it, what 2 numbers multiply to give you 16 and add to give you negative 8? Negative 4. That's where the x minus 4 squared comes from. Then you're going to take the square root of both sides. Anytime you take the square root of something squared, the answer is just that thing. So the square root of x minus 4 squared is x minus 4. The square root of 1 is plus or minus 1. To solve for x, I need to add 4 to both sides. When you add or subtract this number, make sure you put it in front of the plus or minus. That's how you get your 2 solutions. So x is going to be equal to 4 plus 1 and 4 minus 1. So what are my 2 solutions? 5 and 3. Those are also my what? The solutions are also your x-intercepts. If I take this equation and factor it, these should be the answers after I factor it, right? What can I multiply to get 15 and add to get negative 8? What are my solutions? 5 and 3. Vertex form is what you have here before you take the square root. So it would be y equals x minus 4 squared. I forgot to put the squared there. Minus 1. So your vertex should be 4, negative 1. Find your table on your calculator and check that. Your vertex should be 4, negative 1. When you're looking at this equation, it's HK, the opposite of what's inside the parentheses, and K. So 4, negative 1. That should be your vertex. Get your calculator and check that. Well, there's some other ordered pairs. What are the two ordered pairs above and below this vertex? You know, one of them is 3, 0, and one of them is 5, 0. I need 2 more. What happens at 2? What happens at 6? Get your table on your calculator. You can put any one of these equations in to the table, and it should give you the same thing. X squared minus 8x plus 15. And that is your parabola. So we have standard form, vertex form, factored form, and the parabola graphed. I'm going to go over how to change or how to find vertex form again. That's really the only new material here. Any questions about the first one?